Hi, I'm MASTERLUKEY. I'd like to welcome you to this program. I'm a former UFC fighter, received of a mild traumatic brain injury. I healed myself on a very specific protocol designed by Dr. David Jubb. I became Life Food certified, and now I have my own mixed martial arts league with no head contact and points for action instead of damage. So big shout out to Happy Face. I'll get back into that on the second half of this program. Hey, I'm going on tour, and part of the tour is a battle of the bands. So there's a national anthem, and I'm gonna sing that, and then each band gets 3 songs. So I'm gonna do 3 songs, and then I got a call at 9 o'clock with somebody who's also a student of Dr. David Jubb, and then I'm gonna get into the second half of the program with him. So the first thing I got to do is turn my computer on. This is for showbiz. It's called a my Smile Direct Club, for that Hollywood smile. So that's 6 months from now. 6 months from now, I'll have straight teeth instead of this one. That's from my mom. It's a intestinal thing, the large intestine. So when I was in the womb, my digestive system was never able to rest because she was just continuously eating. People don't think about resting with babies. They just keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them, and people get sick because they're overfed and undernourished. Let me just type in my password here. Okay. Whoop. But I'm here to tell you that any condition can be healed naturally. Of course, some things become like scars, but don't worry about the things that you can't fix. Fix the things that you can, and then you can be healed if you learn. So I have scars in my brain from head trauma, but I figured out a way to do MMA without the head contact. So I'm healed. Even though I still have scars, I'm healed. You know what I'm saying? So let's tune up here. Tune up and then turn up. Camera. Whoop, doing it the wrong way. Okay, I just had to fix my camera stand up. Okay. not gonna play the national anthem because I don't have the background music for it, so. My 3 songs are gonna be what's ringing? Oh, I know what it is. Alright, I think that's better. You know what it was? It was so high, it was vibrating the strings on the guitar, I think. I think that's what it was. Alright, so my next fight is May 30th. May 30th. I booked it. As long as the guy I babysit for doesn't have to go to wait to the army thing.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
I need a guitar tech in here because I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on with this guitar because I don't know how to use it.
Alright, the first song I'm gonna do say it ain't so.
down in the dirt. When you're down in the dirt, only way is to dig deep. When you're out of your luck, can't even stand on your own 2 feet. Remember this, that you're the one. Remember this, that you're the one. And only one who can make the choice. Don't let the beast trample you. Gotta keep fighting with your voice. Every day you're battling for your life, it never ends. Give it all eternally. We're a team, we're gonna win. The darkest time has come. The humanity's run its course. Now's our time to shine. We the people are the law. Great Spirit, save me! Save me from breaking what is precious, now and forever. I believe in God. Fallen angel, fallen angel, trying to get back to heaven before I die. You are an angel. More than just a man. God inside your eyes. See a soul forever. Fallen angel, trying to get back to heaven before I die.
Alright, that's enough. That's my three. That's my three. I'm not expecting to win the Battle of the Bands. I just want to open the show up. Everybody else after that will be a vast improvement. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's got to do it. Ribbit. Okay. What's wrong with it? What I was saying is that I think the sound of the amp was vibrating the guitar strings and then bouncing back because I kept hearing a buzz. Okay. Hi, Anthony. Sub 66 writes, you should write, record, and upload. I'm in the process of writing. I'm getting my acoustic guitar back supposedly this weekend, so then I can practice. It's wherever I'm at. Like if I'm babysitting during the day, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm like, I could be practicing right now if I have an acoustic. So I have 5 or 6 songs written. I'm only going to play 3 on the show. Thanks, Mike. I will continue to rock on. And the rockin' won't stop. Once this party gets started, we going all the way. All the way till the break of day. I'm going to make a phone call in 15 minutes regarding the second half of this program. But this is what I did today. I have people, scouting me because if I'm able to pull it all off, this is going to be big. It's like the Olympics, only cool. You know? Like cooler. And not just for every 4 years. You know what I'm saying? It's every fucking weekend. Let's go, baby. So this is all. I could just throw all this out. Let me give you guys a break on that. Here's what I'm going to talk about today with the person I said I was going to make a phone call with. Okay. So I'm going on tour, and I got the idea from Dr. David Jubb. I didn't really plan out what I was going to say, guys, so I'm just going to have to bear with me, and I'll try and piece the story together as best I can, because I did suffer mild traumatic brain injury, and that's no joke. And I have symptoms like memory loss or cloudiness of memory. What's up, geek? Thankfully, Dr. Jubb put me on a specific nutritional protocol and cleanse, along with brain exercises, so I didn't need any drugs. I took no drugs when I was recovering from my brain injury. They wanted to put me on lithium because I was acting erratically, and when people can't deal with you, you got to understand, guys, in this beast system, and when I say beast system, I'm talking about that from the day we're born, from the day we're put on this planet, we become sold. Alright? Is this the day I was born? No, it was... Can somebody steal my identity if I show this information online? Don't steal my identity. There's only one of me. You can't fake it. So apparently this... Where is it? Oh no, this is when I went back and got the other one. This is a copy of my original, I think. Let me just take a look off camera. Yeah, that's the copy of my original. Okay, so let me flip this over because there's a barcode on this, guys. Did you know that? I'm gonna cover up the number. I don't know if somebody could use my identity. There's a barcode on this. All right, this is a product. Let's take a look here. See, this is a copy of the original. This isn't the original. You're supposed to get the original. Here's a copy of the original. Why is there a barcode? I think it's because we're all property, considered property. Alright. Birth is when a ship comes into dock. Under all caps is considered commercial law. Okay, so everything under this is commercial. I'm considered a ship. So, look, if you take let's just extrapolate a little bit. If you have a car that needs to be fixed, is that the right? Let me just keep going with the car analogy. The car needs a new paint job. Doesn't need to be fixed, okay? You are a perfect being from God, and you can heal anything naturally. We're going to talk about that, okay? However, in this system, you can only be treated with pharmaceutical drugs and surgery. Now, I've had my channel warned about medical misinformation, so I'm not giving you any advice. All I'm saying is if you go to a doctor, it's like taking your boat to a place that can only paint the boat blue. But you want to have a nice red paint job. You're not going to get it in this system. So, what I'm going to talk about is spiritual law or natural law or God's law. And it's above this because it's not written here. To deal in this system, there's a lot of paperwork that has to be done because that's what this represents. This is me being put into the system. So, in order to deal with this system, you have to deal with this paper. So that's what the Church of Eye Awareness is about. The Church of Eye Awareness, okay, so we're going to come back to that paperwork in a second. But let me just go to my website here because it might help us to understand it. Okay, I'm going to pop my glasses on so I can read better without squinting. I'm going to go to, let me see if I can get to it off Life Food Certified. Okay, so on Life Food Certified, there's a thing over here, 9 Hospital. This is my medical marijuana dispensary. And the reason why I've been doing this for years, even before it became legal in New York, is because it's a law, it's a spiritual law that's above any paperwork as far as what they've written about marijuana being a substance, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is God's gift to heal. This is the major medicine that I took for healing my brain injury. Instead of lithium, because, I was acting erratically, I was injured, didn't know, it was kind of like crying out for help. They wanted to put me on lithium and dumb me down. But the marijuana eases depression and anxiety. So I started making my own medical edibles. Okay? Now, the reason I could do that is because, like I said, this is God's law. Natural law, what they would call natural law, or there's one other word, I can't think of it right now. Just zoom out so you can get the whole picture here. So this is my website, that's why it's got my head on it. But the Church of Eye Awareness is free to all. I'm just putting my camera stand up a little higher so it can keep it still, okay? 2 seconds. 1 second. Here we go. Okay. This is my website, so it's got my picture on it. Represents war. Like I said, in this system, the beast system, they want to own you and treat you like property. And they want to say, oh, you can take this, but you can't take that. Even as something as innocuous as, oh, you have to, let's see, you have to, let's see. You have to feed a baby every 2 hours. But no, that's not a law. I'm trying to think of a statute. Jaywalking, stuff that doesn't harm anyone. The first legal maxim is do no harm. Is do what thou wilt, but do no harm. You have to put do no harm first. But, it's like the same. Do what thou wilt and do no harm. It's a yin-yang type of thing. Okay? And so you have the 2 wolves here. You heard of the story of you have a good side and a bad side. They're like 2 wolves. One's angry, one is chill, and it depends on which ones you feed. Which one you feed is going to be more powerful. You understand? Anyway, that's not from anything other than myself that I created that, but I wanted to bring you to this website, the Church of Eye Awareness, to teach you about what I learned as far as eye awareness, and that's what the phone call is going to be about. Somebody who wants to also uh, be in the church, or be a participant in this, um, because you can establish a church anywhere, and I think we might do one of those tonight. I got to get my paperwork up. That's a paperwork thing, establishing. Okay, so here, let's just get into the writings of Dr. David Jubb, who is executor of this. I can't think of the word. Estate. Executor of this estate. Unlimited liability. There it is, estate. Outside of Florida. Okay, so I would just like to say that, as a Native American, being born in America, my ancestors, depending on how far back you go, some people say I'm not Native American, but I say I'm born here. That's what Native means. I can't control what other people did, in the past. I'm here. This is my land. God gave it to me. Who looks like your son, Londos? Me? Geek, you in Canada and weed's legal for the past 2.5 years. Wow. I wish I could come visit, man. I think they locked up the border, but I've been to Quebec. I've been to Montreal twice. Good times, bro. Good times. I ate too many fries, though. You know what I'm saying? Too many fries and too much Tres Equis. I got sick. I had too much Tres Equis, bro. And too much. I don't eat it that way anymore, but I was 19. Okay, this is called the. Oh, what I wanted to say was I helped Dr. Jump write this by typing. So he dictated this to me in a van in the winter of 2012. Remember, there was that reset of the Mayan calendar. I was with David Jubb at that moment, and I continued to study with him for another about 3 months or 4 months, and we wrote this and a bunch of other works, which I have most of them. There was one document that I lost, but this is called the Constitution of Eye Awareness. So I, in my interpretation, the lowercase I is representative of the person you are, or I shouldn't say person, the being that you are before you're even given a name. Lowercase I represents who you are without your name, as a living being. And then awareness, when I write it, I attach it with a dash, and the A is capital, and it's kind of like a subject matter in court. You have to defend yourself in court. So, like, I'm not free on the land. I'm not free. It would be silly for me to think that I'm free, and like these people that are driving around without licenses, and they say, and they just get into it. It's not worth it, man. Oh, Daniel Smith has some documents. Okay. Beauty. So beauty. Anyway, yeah, so that's what eye awareness is about. A living being, a spiritual being on this earth, I want to make a difference in the world, but I want to make sure that, I don't end up in jail for fucking not getting wait, I can't say that. I don't want to get banned on YouTube. Yeah, it's almost like YouTube. Like, you know, I'm on YouTube, and I kind of got to play by the rules somewhat because they could just fucking shut my channel down. Shut my channel down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to talk about certain topics that I've been warned about, and I hope that I could still make a difference. I'll never recommend junk food. I'd rather not have a YouTube channel, so I'm not going to sell out. Definitely won't sell out. What's up, Josh? You're amazing too, man. Thank you. We're going to talk about what you messaged me on Facebook about, okay? We got 2 minutes left. Let me call him right after I read this, okay? Let me just text him back and tell him that I'm calling back. So lowercase I in quotes, it's like an ideal. It's what you shoot for, be a spiritual person. Okay? And then the capital A, it really is bringing us into the world. You can get into a lot more different types of descriptions of spirituality. This is one that makes sense to me. It was taught to me by the smartest person I ever met or heard of in my life, Dr. Jubb. And this is a spiritual teaching, and I believe it's very powerful, Josh. That's why I'm sharing it. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission! Affidavit of corporate negative averment. Okay, I know what corporate means, and I know what negative means. Averment is an affirmation or allegation. In law, it's a formal statement by a party in a case of a fact or circumstance which the party offers to prove or substantiate. So this is our formal statement in a case of a fact, the fact being our spirituality or circumstance, which the party, us, offers to prove or substantiate. Okay, so this is a way to be a spiritual person in a corporate world. Corporate negative averment. Okay, so even though this is we're in the corporate world, we're dealing with the corporations because it's printed. And this part is in caps. The UCC is in caps. All right, capital letters is business, but it's a negative averment. So we're still stating that this part is true. The lowercase I, which is our spirituality, God's law, that we're under God's law. The interference of the beloved's power. We're the beloved. Any living being is the beloved. This is God. This is God, not of this world. As a living being. Can you measure it? Can you measure what it's worth to be alive? Can you put a price on life? As it can be said, the line beyond the interference, it can be seen that there can be no common good existing. That's a powerful statement right there. Whew. Any corporate action beyond the beloved's power. So you can use jujitsu and go with nature. There's something as natural technology. But all the synthetic is the opposite of life. All the synthetics all the dirty synthetic energy including. Synthetic energy included. Everybody knows cell phones cause cancer. Come on now. That anyone be trodden upon. Like my children born into this world, they already got cell phones. For the beloved who is living and sentient can ever yield. Wait, did I skip a line? That anyone be trodden upon, and it can be seen, never be yielded to, as a corporation which cannot feel, hear, or see for the beloved who is living and sentient, can never yield. Fight the power. That's how I see that. Fight the power against the evil corporations and synthetic ingredients and energy. Otherwise, then frequently, as the beloved must, if this is not absolute, even in such innocuous and even an innocent matter, seemingly, an individual is never at liberty to injure another. An individual is never at liberty to injure another individual. And therefore, this document, oh man, this document, being a document written for you, is a document of you coming in peace. Even though you know treason has come, that money was taken from you wrongfully, that you have had no monies to pay your bills, yet you come in peace, that you have given the beloved the ability to have bills paid. Can you consider the legal relation involved? Do you have a potential to contract? What's your legal and constitutional obligation? What considered relational law form is considered for your constitutional existence? For plainly, municipal corporations are dead. I will never work for you if you're not beloved. I'm talking about a dead corporation. We're a team. All constitutional and statutory acts are only created for the sake of itself. That's like getting a parking ticket. Bullshit! Don't tread on me, right, Londos? You got it, baby. Josh, you lagged about 6 minutes. Okay. Ribbit. I'll catch you up. All right, now this, the legal system, they'll fucking kill you. They want to make you one of them. Dead. Take your money. Blood money. Things your daddy should have taught you. Given due diligence, do you have the capacity to contract? Okay, so sometimes this stuff you have to interpret. Given due diligence, do you have the capacity to contract? Don't get triggered. React in a way that's productive. Does any contract you have created have any presumptive existence of the politic and legal capacity as a party any presumptive existence of the political and legal capacity as a party. That's going to be, we're going to have to go back to where it said, yeah, hold on, he's messaging me back. Yes, awesome. I'm reading the Constitution to my YouTube viewers, and then I'm gonna call you. Alright. Good, he's got the documents that I needed too. Where are we? Given due diligence, do you have the capacity of the contract? Does any contract you have created, okay, so when you're talking to somebody, maybe it's a police officer, maybe it's a person in your life that you're arranging something. Maybe it's Joe Biden or Anthony Fauci. Can any fact I'm going to say is them, of any existed contract allow presumptive capacity of a party to contract? This is trust. This is how I'm reading it. They can't be trusted though. So we can't I can't contract with them. I can't I can't even talk about them because it's a type of if this was a legal document, it would be like me subpoenaing them. Just energetically, I don't want to be in court with them, so I'm not even gonna talk about them. But this section here, where it says, does any contract you've created, so this is a relationship between two people, it could be anything. It could be also if you go to school somewhere. If you go to school somewhere, there's contracts involved. That's why places are saying if you want to come back to school, you got to do, you know what I'm saying? Should this legal and political capacity to contract be considered before any contract is entered? Yes. Estoppels cannot arise. What's an estoppel? For no benefit could have ever been received under any contract where you are not of any proper informed consent. For instance, you cannot be medicated against your will. This is medical battery. Ooh, what's an estoppel? A judicial device in common law legal systems whereby a court may prevent or stop a person from making assertions or from going back on his or her word. Okay. Estoppels cannot arise, for no benefit could have ever been received under any contract where you are not of any proper informed consent. Okay. Alright, that makes sense. You got that part? Estoppels cannot arise, for no benefit could have ever been received under any contract where you were not of any proper informed consent. For existence, you cannot be medicated against your will. This is medical battery. Your body could have been held while you pay the bill. Yo, that's bad. That almost happened to me with child support. I could have went to jail, apparently. It didn't get that bad. I paid it, but holy. What about traffic tickets? You got to pay the bill. You use due diligence before entering any contract, and you be remained in honor that you can accept full value and consideration any offer given the beloved. You use due diligence before entering any contract, and you be remained in honor that you can accept full value and consideration any offer given the beloved. So this would be like, let's see, we're gonna say, I'll accept full value of having a driver's license, and I consider that if I don't follow to the letter of the statute, that I can be given a ticket. I'm not going to do anything stupid when I drive. What I say is no harm, no foul, but I'm going to court on May 19th. I'm going to traffic court. I'm going to traffic court on May 19th. I owe $80. Right now I got 2 parking tickets, and I'm going to, bring $80 just in case they tell me to fuck off. But I'm going to argue my case in there. And I got a good argument, I think. I got a good argument. First, I'm going to say something about protecting and serving. No, first thing I'm going to say is my sob story about how I got a brain injury, and I teach for free. I teach the kids class for free, and I had to mop the mats really early in the morning before my other job. It was like fucking 4 in the morning. And I pulled over in front of the gym. I get out, and I see the police officer driving right by me, and he almost slows down. Almost. Didn't slow down. Kept driving. Okay, I go in, I clean the mats, I come out, I got a ticket on my car. 3 to 5 a.m., you can't park on the street. So the cop saw me parked there. How about protecting and serving and letting me know I'm not supposed to park there, instead of acting like a harvester of my blood money? You. No, I'm not going to do it like that, but, that's the idea. You had your chance to help me. No harm, no foul. That's what I say. On this night, as before this time, and afterwards, only a living being could ever be joined with another living being, and could never be joined to a corporation, and never automatically without informed consent. Ooh. That's deep, because that happens to us from the time we're born. On this night, as before this time, we get back into under God's law. On this night, as before this time, forever and afterwards, only a living being could ever be joined with another living being, and could never be joined to a corporation, and never automatically, without informed consent, yield to some common good of corporateness. Oh, you think you know better than me, huh? That's what that reads to me. You don't know better than me how to be. You don't know better than me how to be. Anyone, any police officer, any judge, any ex-wife, any computer programmer turned humanitarian. No doctor, no priest knows better than me how to be me. Healthy. I know how to be healthy better than you. Only one knows better than me is Dr. Jubb. And that's why I have no problem creating a church. And this is the Church of Eye Awareness. Lowercase I in quotes. That's my spiritual body. It's not a soul. There's only one soul. We're all connected. My spiritual body is like crumpling a piece of paper, but it's so large, the piece of paper connects everywhere. It's never ending, the paper. But you grab the paper and you crumple up a shape, and that's my body. It's connected to everything. There's no individual soul. It's called Great Spirit in the native tradition. On this night, as before this time, and afterwards, only a living being could ever be joined with another living being. I will never sell out, but I want to help you. We're going to get more into this, what the church does. Another living being, and could never be joined to a corporation. I don't work for anybody. I don't get a paycheck from ABC Incorporated. And never automatically, without informed consent, yield to some common good of corporateness. I don't think McDonald's is good. I think McDonald's is evil. But just because it's available, people do it. They think it's a common good. It's better to eat McDonald's than eat nothing. That's what they say. I say it's better to drink your own piss. I'd rather inject myself with my own piss. How about that, than what you're offering? Woo! That's my opinion. Let's see. Liberty yet not to injure a living being. This is you who is living and non-fictional who feels. See, there's a semicolon here, so I'm not sure where the. Oh, okay, here we go. For this line must be absolute. Okay? You're either with me or against me. That's how I feel about you. I'm with you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm with you. I'll never give you junk food. I'll never give a baby junk food. This line must be absolute, and even in such an innocent concern, the individual has liberty, yet not to injure a living being. This is you who's living and not fictional, who feels, hears, and sees, and cannot be joined to a corporation that cannot feel, hear, or see. The corporation can't. They just have a bottom line. McDonald's has a bottom line, that's all. And has no central nervous system. This is a phantom in comparison. It's a ghost. It's death. That's why I have to yell, folks. I have to yell. This is life and death. This is all we have. There's no after. This is not about the afterlife. This is about us here and now, alive. This is sacred. This line must be absolute. And even such an innocent concern, the individual has liberty, yet not to injure a living being. This is you who's living, sacred, not fictional, not a prescription. Not a receipt. Not dead, empty, skeletonized calories. I don't count calories. I look at ingredients. This is part of the church services. Study groups. Products. We can get into that. We're going to talk about products, guys, that the church can sell. When was the last time one helped me? I don't know what you're talking about, Lundos. Be more specific. Josh says, hey, I wonder. Dr. Jubb taught me how to make an affidavit of birth for my son, and we're thinking about applying for the parenting payment. Do you think that's a good idea? Or dangerous? Applying for the The parenting payment? Um, is it dangerous to apply for the parenting payment? I see. It's dangerous to apply for the parenting payment. Well, I mean, you saw right here. What's the let's see. Can any fact of any existing contract allow presumptive capacity of a party to contract? Yeah, I would talk to somebody who's doing the parenting payment and find out what it entails. All right, that's your due diligence. Get back to me on it. Here we go. Due process. Your private right and due process and informed consent can only be for government to be. And no such reinterpretation of any due process and not giving of a person common law right can be tolerated. For it be the Peter principle. Peter principle, I think they spell it's supposed to be P promoted to incompetence. PTI principle. Promoted self-incompetence. Somebody like maybe they're giving medical advice, they're giving medical recommendations, and they're unqualified. Like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's in the news lately. He talks about hormone therapy. He talks about carnivore diet, and he's not qualified. He's got intestinal dysbiosis and a core demineralization that's plain to see, and a complete systems shutdown. He's got a complete system shutdown. That's why he's dependent on hormones, and that's mainly because of his lifestyle and the food that he eats. And you could heal. You could heal. However, he's not qualified to give any health advice. I'm not on one single medication. I take whole food vitamin mineral complexes. I use whole bud marijuana, and I get powdered herbs. That's a food. It's a medicine. It's not a drug. Hormone therapy is a drug because they're synthetic. Synthetic hormones. Anything synthetic and isolated is going to have an underlying side effect that's resulting from taking something that's incomplete. There's no such thing as an isolate in nature. A hormone, a lot of people are doing okay on hormones. We're going to see down the line what can happen when somebody has a healthy diet and hormones. Because I'm going to help people with their hormones regardless. I'm going to help people with their diet regardless of whether or not they're on hormone therapy. I'll help people that are on hormone therapy. The menu is really what my specialty is. So, I'm going to fight people who are on hormone therapy in the League of Champions. So, I might as well just help everybody. So, if you're on steroids, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that until you heal your gut and you fix your menu and you cleanse so you can heal, you're not going to you're qualified. You're not qualified to give health advice. That goes for Joe Rogan and anybody who's recommending and saying and telling people that they're doing hormone therapy or they're on a certain diet. Okay? If you're on a certain diet, you have to have qualifications, and just going on the diet and having a bit of an improvement in your health, it doesn't qualify you. So Joe Rogan, he's dependent on the blood of animals because he has to eat rare meat. Karen, I didn't forget. You said you were moving. I was waiting for you to message me so I can get your address. I was actually gonna call you, but now that I see you're still watching, I'll call you. How about that? I didn't forget. Wait, did you say I'm smoking dope? Oh, no, it's not. First of all, it's not dope. It's a psychedelic. Hello? It's not a narcotic. It's a psychedelic. You would know that, though, because you're not qualified to make that statement. There you go. This ain't your grandma's dope from the 60s. This is a chemical formula for adult ADD, ADHD, autism, depression, anxiety. Okay? Just like every other vegetable. You eat food, you eat weed, there's no difference. I'll call you and I'll get your address and I'll mail you the thing. The blood biophotonic book is not here though. That's just the cover that you saw. We're gonna have to send you a different one. I think it's mental health. In eye awareness. No, we're not there. Your private right and due process and informed consent can only be for government to be. And no such reinterpretation of any due process and not giving of a person common law right can be tolerated. For it be the Peter principle of promoted self-incompetence. People in positions of authority that think they can tell you what to do, but they're not qualified. Just look at the Pacific Ocean, all sullied. You know, the Pacific garbage patch and Fukushima. You know, these are people putting in positions of authority. They built and destroyed and leaked nuclear waste. Okay, they produce plastic products, and that's an unspoken contract that we live in that world where there's plastic, and we use plastic, and people do formula milk. Okay, mothers feeding packet milk to babies in Africa causes AIDS, apparently. And many suffered as of Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome is loving the world. The world that we're born into shackles of cell phones and computer screens and junk food. You have a right to participate in protected disclosure. That's me telling you how to heal. And conduct. Protected conduct as well. This be protected in the church. Therefore, I sent you the mental health already. I'm going to send you the value of uncut wood. We don't have the biophotonic nature of blood because that's just the cover that you saw. There is no actual book. All I have is the cover. But I can send you the I can send you the other book called did I send you the mental health book? I thought I sent you the blood Jub's symbiosis. The symbiosis book about intestinal flora. What is it called? Intestinal flora. Is that what it was? Symbiotic flora? What the heck's the name of that book? Let me check. It's on my site here. Like Food Certified. 9 Hospital. Church of Eye Awareness. No, I'm sorry. It's on Life Food Certified. library. Body Flora, Mental Health, and Value of Uncut Wood. Those are the 3 books I have. Body Flora, Mental Health, Value of Uncut Wood. I sent you the Uncut Wood, no? Which one did I send you? I thought I sent you the Uncut Wood already. ADZ, all the best, thank you. All the best to you as well. Back at you, baby. Here we go. In eye awareness, you have a legal relation. Let me zoom in so in case you want to read along. In eye awareness, you have a legal relation of and being a party to a contract where you have legal and constitutional existence that cannot be by your silent acquiescence. This is your rights from God. In eye awareness, you have a legal relation of and being party to a contract where you have legal and constitutional existence that cannot be by your silent acquiescence. Party to a contract where you have legal and constitutional existence that cannot be by your silent acquiescence. You can't do that to me! Or my kids! That's against God's law. When you do that to a child. Maybe by me yelling is harmful to children. I don't know. I yell at the baby when I'm babysitting and she falls asleep. Like when she's like fussing and I sing the native lullaby to her and I yell, I scream. I go like, Hushanada hey na hey ah, Hushanada hey na ho yo. Hushanada hey na hey ya. Hushanada hey na ho. Ooh. That's how I sing to the baby. And then if she's fussing, I go, "What are you fussing about? You something. And this is you being within UCC of your common law rights. Oh, okay. All right. So now we're not in God's law anymore. We're coming into the world UCC. Okay. Uh-oh. It's getting complicated now. This is where I need to focus. Who's messaging me? Hold on. Oh, shoot. I got rid of Messenger on my other phone. Hold on. Oh, battery low. Who's messaging me? Calm down. Lower your voice. You sound crazy. People who don't know or like you can watch this. Guys, do I sound crazy? He says lower my voice. I think you're being a snowflake, bro. You lower your voice. Lower your texting. Don't fucking text me anymore. How about that? Okay. I'll kill you in the legal system. That means I make you work for me. Okay. This is you being within UCC, Uniform Commercial Code, of your common law rights, where your right to privately contract exists, where you come in peace, though you know the bankster has stolen the ability for the beloved to have constitutional monies to pay bills with. But instead, you have said you would pay the beloved's bills. All right, now I'm going to have to try to translate this. Within UCC, so now we have a birth certificate. But that can only represent our living being. So we have rights, common law rights, okay? To privately contract. Rights to privately contract is having a license, having a birth certificate, having a license. I come in peace. Where you come in peace. I don't want to get raped by the system. I don't want a police officer to accidentally shoot me. I don't want to be having my money stolen for parking, and I didn't hurt anybody, but I parked somewhere. Even though I didn't hurt anybody, you taking my blood money. I don't want that to happen. I come in peace. You know the bankster has stolen the ability for the beloved to have constitutional monies. The bankster put me in a system where I'm not worth what I really am. What my life is worth right now, I don't have that constitutional money. What your life is worth is more than a paycheck. Life is worth more than having to do 9 to 5 something you don't want to. That was stolen from us. Because the crops that they're selling in the beast system are not sustainable. There's too much energy going in to grow the junk food. Health food grows by itself. You don't need to do fertilizer. Animal farming. Mechanical farming. Destructive to nature and poisonous to the environment. And somebody's making money on that. Killing us. But I come in peace. You are this living being. The dumbass making money. Besides the corporation. There's somebody that works for that corporation. It's another living being. Not a demon, but possessed. Possessed by parasites. You eat food that's not good, you get addicted. It's like heroin, cocaine. Takes over you. As innocent as chicken nuggets. It's a gateway to hell. Because pretty soon you're eating hamburgers. Juicy. The juice is dripping down your jaws. You're sacrificed. You're sacrificed to the beast system. And I feel for you. Luckily, I made it out. My dad raised me as a vegetarian. I don't have beef tapeworm. If you like juicy steak, you got a tapeworm controlling you. And it gets worse than beef, folks. And there's real evil in this world. But you are this living being. Beyond that which is historical. It doesn't matter. You can heal. And cannot be joined to a corporation that is a fiction and insolvent. What does that mean? I don't think of you as a corporation. Having ceased paying or unable to pay debts. Bankrupt. Having liabilities in excess of a reasonable market value of assets held. Insufficient to pay all debts in an insolvent estate. Oh, wow. That's like telling you get a job. You're not worth shit unless you get a job. Oh, man. That's what they said to you? Gosh. How terrible. You're priceless to me. Your worth is priceless. Oh, to be considered as a beast. You see? They consider us a beast. The system of any automaticness. Automatically considered a beast. They put you in school. They put you in the workforce. They put you in a tombstone. All those around you to be able to do their due diligence to consider you as a secured party. Ooh. So we got to go back. You are this living being. Beyond that which is historical. That all those around you be able to do their due diligence to consider you as a secured party. They can trust you. If you're a spiritual person, you take an oath of service to God. Not as a debtor, not as a sinner. You have a capacity to contract. You can help someone. You can ask for help if you think it's worthwhile. We can go into contract together and create something. A product, a service, a show. That you can be informing those around you of your unlimited liability status. Nothing can stop me. I'll do anything to help you if it's mutually beneficial. The ideas that I get are pure. They're from God. I cleaned out. I don't have any parasites. I don't have any junk food. I don't have any drug addictions. I don't have any ulterior motives. I don't want to get rich for any reason other than to put that money to help my kids and your kids and the future kids and everybody who's suffering today in the system. I'm fighting. That's all I want to do is fight and win. Money can't buy that. No money can make me a better fighter. No money will make me win. But it can help. So I do want to help. Help you, help me. Help us as a team. Unlimited. Unlimited liability status. We're going to win. And that the existence of any such contract is presumptive of a particular political and legal capacity and fact of existence. Okay, so this is, any such contract is presumptive of a particular political and legal capacity and fact of existence. So look, you have to have due diligence and discernment, and you have to know. You have to know what you're getting yourself into. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. If you're going to contract with me, I'm going to want to know where the money's going. That's one of the roles of the church, is the treasurer. That stuff's got to be planned out. You ain't putting no money towards non-life food. Ingredients. It could be non-life food, like if you need a laptop or something. But that's going towards the mission. Okay. But you also have to be aware of these other people that they may be presuming some kind of contract. A police officer. A worker in a restaurant. They think if you're dealing with them, you know what you're getting yourself into. Your contractedness, being the real party of interest, you're number one. In action. This is your life. This is your mission. This is what you do. You have to do it. Nobody else can do it for you. You're God. Not a corporation. That is only the real party interest. In interest. Oh, wait a second. Only the real party in interest. Not a corporation. That is only the real party in interest. Okay, so you're both the subject, the real party of interest, in action, and not a corporation. That is only the real party in interest. So yeah, nobody's gonna do it for you. The real party of interest and the real party in interest. For us, by us. Only this constitution of eye awareness can allow a presumption of your capacity to be the secured party creditor. Only this constitution of eye awareness can allow a presumption of your capacity to be the secured party creditor. Okay, so by going through the church, we secure our rights. Okay? A lot of this stuff that I'm saying is spiritual, is energetic, but I also said we're in the world. The church protects us. It secures, it helps us to secure, to be secured. A secured party creditor. A secured party creditor. Someone you can depend on. Not lost at sea. Only through the church. Only by being a spiritual person can you really truly help someone. McDonald's isn't helping. It's hurting. These people in the public, on TV, advertising. You know what I'm saying? Advertising drugs, synthetic drugs, pharmaceutical drugs. You're hurting people. That's evil. I'm coming through the church. I'm the secured party treasurer. Excuse me, secured party creditor. So this is saying you want to make a product with me, you want to do a service with me, we can come up with an idea to make money. It's got to be healthy. Services of the church. You could be a teacher. You can be You can make a product. You can be a chef. There's different things you can do. You can run a show, a program. You can be a trainer. You can make products. Like I said, you can make different clothes. It's got to be eco-friendly. You understand? In the contract. Only this constitution of high awareness can allow a presumption of your capacity to be the secured party creditor in the contract. Therefore, all parties have to do due diligence in agreement as to whether transparency to contract or to do business with you is existing. Alright, you know all the details? I'm being upfront with all this. I told you, I do weed and I do yohimbe and tribulus. I do caffeine. Other than that, I don't do any medicines. Everything else is a food. Salt, honey, zucchini, quinoa, broccoli. There's no junk food. There's no excitotoxic compounds like aspartame or corn syrup. Okay? There's no cooked flesh in my menu. That acts like a drug. Meat. What else? I can't think of anything else that people do, but synthetic vitamins. Vitamin B12. I don't even do that. How about that? Vitamin B12. I don't do it. I do probiotics, though. I do Jub's Life Colloid Probiotic. Any product that's going to come from the church, whether it's made by us or made by Dr. Jub himself, he has products that are coming through the church, okay? They're whole food vitamin mineral complexes. They're fully complexed. No isolates. Let's see. Can become aware. Is existing as a party to a contract with you. Can become aware that only unlimited liability can be joined to you. For you have unlimited liability. And the corporation has limited liability. That's called accountability. Personal accountability. We have to trust each other. You go face to face with somebody, you can see if you can trust them or not. A corporation, don't trust them. They got to have a bottom line of profit. That's your blood money. It's not equivalent to what you put out. What you get back from those ingredients is not equivalent to what you're paying with your life. It's not worth it. Corporation has limited liability. You'll never get it back. These people, they're making deals. They're making deals with their doctor. I trust you. You put me on a synthetic chemical. It's got side effects, though. Nothing of any sound benefit. Back on the script here. Nothing of any sound benefit begot by you, seemingly under any contract, to that corporation. Otherwise, any right you can have had be stopped. I think what they're saying here is that the right that you have to be healthy and happy and not be trampled upon was stopped. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's what that means to me. You eat junk food, you disrespect God's creation, that's a sin. You're going to have a downside. You do things like take chemical drugs inside your body, however they're doing it. A lot of different ways people are getting this shit inside them. You're going to have to pay the price, folks. This is God's law, okay? The church is coming into this world from God. Okay? It's a spiritual existence comes into the physical realm, there's laws that you have to obey, being God's creation. You have a private right. Your private right in court can be considered, barring it be stopped. So you can exercise your natural law in court. If you follow God's law, you can be a spiritual person in this realm. That's what that's saying right there. You must have done your due diligence prior to entering into any contract. Is this making sense, guys? Hold on, somebody's in the chat. Oh. Let me see what he's saying in the chat here. Fights with friends. No eggs. Hell no. High in homocysteine, bro. Homocysteine, I just read a book on it. It ages you. It spends all your fucking what's those things that prevent oxidation? Antioxidants. You have antioxidants that work on oxygen, bro. You have other elements that homocysteine needs to be dampened. Homocysteine is very high in egg. Even raw egg. It's not a food, bro. We're frugivores. A frugivore eats fruit. A fruit is something that comes from a flower in botany. Botany is the science of plants. If it has a flower, it's a fruit. Okay, a pepper is a fruit. Quinoa is the seed of a fruit. A seed is a fruit. Pumpkin seed is a fruit. Chia is a fruit. I'm listing complete plant proteins. Millet is a fruit. I know vegetarians like to eat eggs. Okay? You don't need to eat eggs. And if you need egg in a recipe, you can use things like flax. You can use things like egg. You can use things like sunflower lecithin to bind things together. Okay? Don't be addicted to food, man. Don't be addicted to eggs. People are like, oh, I love egg. Like, you got these fucking vegan egg scrambles. You're addicted to food. Don't be addicted to food, man. There's more important things in life than eating eggs. Come on. This is what fighting teaches you. You have to protect yourself. All right? We're talking about you're one of God's children. You have to protect yourself. Do it for God. Do it for the kids. Set a good example. Eggs is not good for behavior. It makes people cranky. It makes kids aggressive. Like, not aggressive violent, but aggressive, like almost like a hyper, but it's not a healthy hyper. It's hot. It's like, oh, it's like they don't know what to do with the feeling that they have inside of them, and so they lash out. I've seen it. You got to read the mental health book on here. Jubb's Body Flora and Metabolic Neuropathy. This is the shortest one, Metabolic Neuropathy. It's not that long, man. How many pages is this? Can I see? I can't. It's not that long. Look at this page here. All right. Mycotoxin in egg. I can't read the whole thing. Dyspepsia, fatigue, makes you tired. Think in terms of energy. Don't think in terms of material. You want to be less material, more energy, man. Big guys don't fight good. They tire. You got to have a balance. You can put on muscle, but it takes effort. It doesn't take animal food. You don't have to depend on animals for strength. Strength comes from inside. You put the effort in. You put the effort in and you eat healthy. You don't get strong from eating. People think you got to eat to be strong. You have to work out to be strong. And then the food is a refuel. But you don't need to eat any ingredient in particular. Like people saying, oh, you have to eat protein to get protein. You don't. You could eat a lot of different things and get what you need. And you could eat a lot less than what you think. This corporation is selling you eggs. They're selling you milk and whey protein. They're selling you steaks. And they don't care about your health. Because it's a bottom line that they're after. And they have insurance to pay out. If you die, you can get paid by the insurance company. And the profit is still in the red. Or the black, I don't know, whichever one's in the positive. They still make money. And the bottom line is what's important. And they'll kill you without caring about your health. I'm not going to tell you that eggs are okay. I'm just going to be honest, man. You asked. And I hate when people eat pizza and give pizza to kids. It's the number one thing they give kids. And I want to yell about it. But that's not a good contract because they didn't agree to be yelled at. So I'm figuring out a way to contract people in this way with MASTERLUKEY brand. Everyone would agree that wherever it is that a corporation has apparently taken over, that corporation cannot feel, hear, or see, and for such could be dangerous, for it can be of no mind in its dispensing of currency. Your due process is protected, and your right to contract privately is also. Yet you can have an understanding of proper due process versus a being underneath a corporation. And then that corporation protecting some community rights and then reinterpreting your due process. You guys are going to have to read this over again. I'm going to go a little faster because I want to get the rest. You know what? Let me stop there. Because David Jubb is a poet. The heart is the most electrical unit. Wow. In this vessel. Thousands of times more powerful than the brain. Holy. And all would agree that the heart remains buoyant in this vessel as a current is seen to be kept to be, such that what could sink the heart is kept out. Wow. That's that could be a lot of stuff. It could be food. It could be what you're saying about me yelling. Is my yelling making your heart sink? Because that's not right if I'm doing that. Woo! Let's see. A current is seen to be kept to be, such that what could sink the heart is kept out. And fear, being that which could sink the heart, for its limited mind function and cognitively dissident syntax. Okay. That's what people are saying, maybe on the news even. Sound causes the world to come inside you. And this is your trusting self, which is universal illusion. whereas your eyes can have only taken you into the world and more to the possibility of individual illusion. Okay. Not quite sure what that means, but I think I get the idea. Uh, fear being that which could sink the heart, for its limited mind function and cognitively dissonant syntax, sound causes the world to come inside you. And this is your trusting self. So this is like a baby. Don't yell at a baby. I'm telling you, I do yell at the baby, but I do it in a way that's kind of scream rapping. So I hope that my screaming now, while I'm reading this fine, amazing, most amazing and fine and divine work to you guys, that it's not triggering you too bad. And if it is, let me know. I'll change. I'm gonna read it, thanks. I've been overweight, bloated too long. You can kick fast food like I did, but it's way harder than anything I have ever quit. It's an addictive concoction of poison. You right, man. You right. And you should learn about the addictive chemicals that are in the food, man. Casein is in cheese. CASEINE. Gluten, GLUTEIN. Those are called xenomorphins, which is considered to be an exomorphin, a undigestible protein that fits into the receptors that the body has for its own endogenous opiates. So people, they eat comfort food and it makes them feel good, but then the after effect is you're stuck with this shit that's fucking killing you, and it's sitting there and shit. Yo, I'm hungry today. I'm not eating because I don't want to have any more shit inside me. I've been shitting for the past 3 days. I haven't eaten. I've been shitting for 3 days. And I still shit today. I don't want any more shit inside me. I want to clean. I want to be light. I want to fucking fight, man. I want to fight and win. I'm tired of losing. And food is not making me win. If you have a goal, man, don't let food hold you back. Put it off. You're going to eat eventually. Put it off for a while. Think of something healthy. Make it worth your time. You don't need it. You're not going to die. You're going to get stronger. The more you discipline yourself, the stronger you get. The more you'll be able to achieve. Don't be comfortable and mediocre in life. That's death. The system they set up for you is death. You're a beast to them. They don't care. They want to profit off your sickness. I'm saying they, but it's really the system. The system is the institution, from school to the workforce to the doctor's office to the pharmaceutical counter. To the bar stool. To the crack house. It's all part of the system. But coca leaf is actually a food. People do coca leaf in South America. It's not that bad. I got sidetracked there. No, I'm not going to read anymore because I'm going to call Daniel. It's getting late. My voice, I'm going to have him read a little bit. So sound causes the world to come inside you. So I want to help you. That's why I don't mind yelling. This is your trusting self. Okay? Now, if you're here, the law of attraction states, it's something inside us both that's connected. that's magnetic through time, through space, through the ether. It's pulling us close, that we're connected here. We're connected. We're connected through God, Great Spirit, the ether, 0 point energy. The world to come inside you, and this is your trusting self, which is universal illusion. Your trusting self, which is universal illusion. I know he's talking about the false reflected center. But the universal illusion, that's got to be the world, just creation. Whereas your eyes can have only taken you into the world and more to the possibility of individual illusion. Okay. So the spiritual being is beyond even sound. That's what it is. We're spiritual, we're beyond sound. Sound is condensed energy. We start to come into the world, and that's an illusion. And then when we feel, that's the universal illusion, because we're connected. And then the individual illusion is when we can see. All right, look, I'm getting sleepy. I gotta be up tomorrow for a 7:30 pickup. So, okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to text my man's back. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna crash right now, bro. But I have to tell you thanks for saving those documents. I needed them. Uh, I'll hit you up. Hit you up is HYU? HYU, I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up tomorrow again. He's younger than me, so he probably knows what HYT means. So I gotta be there for a 7:30 pickup. So if I go to sleep now, 10:30 to 11:30, 11:30 to 12:30, 12:30 to 1:30, 1:30 to 2:30, 2:30 to 3:30, 3:30, 4:30, 4:30, 5:30, 5:30, 6:30, 6:30 to 7:30. I could technically get 8 hours of sleep. Oh my God, that'd be the first time in about 20 years. I'm gonna do it, guys. I wanted to read more, and I think it's important, but I'm gonna crash. Okay? Any health advice that you need, you hit me up. Thanks for watching. Okay. He said, "Rest easy, bro." Thanks, bro. Thanks for watching. Any questions, about health or what I spoke about tonight? I'm gonna get more into it. I got the documents. These are legal documents that are filed. They're sent through the mail and they're filed, and they have um, they have in them the descriptions of the church products, services, things that I'm doing. But now that this person, this this man, I'm gonna call him tomorrow. He's got the four documents for the church. It's establishing the church. Um, I'll go into it tomorrow. I'm just gonna crash right now because I'm literally falling asleep. My eyes are closing. But like I said, if you have any questions about anything, hit me up 24/7. That's one of the services of the church. My spiritual mission is to try to be available 24/7. I am gonna turn off the ringer on my phone because I don't want to get woken up by somebody who's been stalking me and texting me rude messages in the middle of the night. So I gotta turn that ringer off. But when I wake up in the middle of the night, I check the phone, and then my other phone that doesn't ring, it's got my alarm for 7:30. So other than that, I'm gonna probably do this again tomorrow. I'll either finish that or no, I'm not probably doing it tomorrow. I'm definitely doing it tomorrow. But I think I want to call him and get more into the church documents. All right. So that's it, y'all. Thanks again. Let me just do one more thing because we're at 2 hours right now, and we had pretty steady viewing. So let's go and see how we did to monetize this channel. All right, now. I'm thinking of starting to figure out how I can figure out to monetize the channel without YouTube monetization. So if I put a keyword in the description of the title that somebody can, that can be something that's, monetized, like cheese sale. This I'm throwing things out there. T-shirt, whatever. 3,211 public watch hours. So I need 789. 789, guys. Guys and girls. 789. That's almost 1/4 of the way from 3,000 to 4,000. It's a grind. It's a grind. And I'm going to keep on grinding. Wish me luck. Over.